I mean, usually what you'll see on like here on Fracture is I don't wait. Are you on stream? I don't think you can see this.
Can you? Should they go on stream or like you will stream Discord?
No, I think you can. I can stream Discord actually. That's easy.
Yeah. And to be honest, most of the times, how many times you like see recon initiator at Fracture if it's not fucking Echo?
Yeah,
I literally never saw on Fracture, I feel.
Sova is not a very popular pick in ranked, but I mean, you'll see either a Fade or a Teo more. I think Fade is very popular for some reason, but
Bro, we played so many games. Have you seen Fade once?
no.
Me personally don't remember, yeah.
But the benefit of this smoke deep A main is usually because they have to waste some kind of utility to get through it. So might do a Fade Prowler, it might do a Teo drone, just something to get out of it. And you'll usually have some person swinging with the util or after the util, which if you have an op here and you have someone to set up the op, for example, you have the Brim, smoke it, and then break this. This is a free kill. This jet is just dead. And if this jet dies, then you have a really strong piece of util that you can throw every round, and then they know that if they go through it without using util, something bad's gonna happen. Like someone's holding a smoke, someone has an op, something's happening. This generally happens with every single like choke. Some of them are not as good as the others. So, for example, smoking here on Canteen, not Canteen, Arcade, is not very good because the angles that they can peek from are a lot, right? So on
Yeah.
attack, this jet could be coming under and then coming from here, or this jet could come through the smoke and peek close or peek far. So it's really hard to hold. This smoke, it's a little harder to throw, but again, it also usually no one's gonna walk through this because they're just gonna be execing site anyway. So they might have a breach flash through the smoke or something. But on places like B main, deep B main, or deep A main, it's really good because if you manage to hold this area, then they have one place to get out of the smoke from, and it's really hard to anticipate who is holding, right? Because they can be
Yeah,
on so many
even if
different
you like
angles.
throw the Brocken breach until there, like
Yeah, if you're
they cannot
controlling
get
this,
out.
you have your raise, or okay, you're not gonna have this. You're gonna have probably chamber, raise and chamber holding the smoke. Whoever comes out of this smoke is just dead.
Yeah, one of like Chamber will play anti, where he's just watching
Sometimes
the smoke.
the worry sometimes the reason I would never ask my smoker to do this in ranked is because this guy and this guy never have the patience to actually look at the smoke and hold it. You only need to do this the first time to condition them, but no one's gonna have the patience. And if this guy runs out and he gets this kill, he kills the raise, then it's just so much confidence for them. So it's hard if you're playing
yeah,
like coordinated play and you smoke something like this and you're holding the smoke, then that's really good because you can trust these two. But if it's not, then if you can't trust these guys, then it becomes a bit more risky. And also there's like a chance that they see the smoke here and they just completely run here because you're not gonna smoke both chokes, right? The brim's gonna be here.
yeah, 100%.
And they
I
just
mean,
fully kill it.
what I like about a smoke, I mean, you can add like a second layer to that. Smoke like close, and you have like crossfire, really good.
Oh yeah.
One from
If
the
you can get this smoke going and you can put chamber probably with TP here and you can come hold from that angle and you can have your breach here. This
yeah.
crossfire
So
is incredible.
yeah, like the first layer, they need to use util. You're destroying util. Like second smoke, and if they get out, like they're fucked.
Yeah.
And because like mostly on this map, you are not playing pop flashes. You are not playing Sky or KO.
The idea is in a lot of maps, but for some reason people just have a hard time implementing it in other maps. So if you this one-way smoke in Ascent, a main, is extremely popular. You have like omens throwing the smoke all the time, but they don't understand that you can do the same thing here, right? Like no one is ever gonna do this
I mean, it was
because
popular
it just
one
looks
way.
strange, right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
it
it
was
doesn't even
popular
have
one
to be
way.
a one-way. It can just be this,
No,
right?
I guess that, but anyway.
One place where it's really good is throwing an Astra smoke or an Omen smoke here in this choke in a main before the orb. Because generally when you see a smoke right there in ranked and you're at this measly jet, you're like, okay, can we use some util to make sure there's no judge here? And then your teammates are a Reyna and a Cypher, who's like top mid, and then an Astra, and then fucking what? I can promise you they're gonna have like Gecko, maybe.
Yeah, like that's the like problem with Tejo, you know? Like I think Tejo's fucking drone is really OP because he can clear the smoke, and if nobody plays behind the smoke, he can clear side also. It's so long.
Yeah, it definitely needs a nerf. But if they have a Gecko, for example, or a Fade, they have to waste either I, like Fade Haunt, or they have to waste Gecko Dizzy, and then like if you break this and you keep holding this smoke, they have such a hard time coming out of it.
Yeah.
And by the time that all of this happens, the time on the on the mini map is gonna be like 1:20. 20 seconds have passed, and everyone here can just rotate.
Or
You've bought
like
your
take
team
space
so
on the
much
map.
time. Or yeah, or you can have someone push here, someone push here, because you have info on these guys, but they have nothing. They have no idea who's on this side of the map.
Yep.
Oh, another good example. Another good example. On Icebox, if you put a Viper orb here, this is not very popular because this orb is generally better for smoke diffuse, for spike
Mhm.
diffuse and spike decay whenever they're trying to plant. But if you are holding B as a Viper and you throw this smoke, how are they ever going to get through it in order to take you out? Like, you don't really see a KO that often, so you're probably not going to get knifed. You're going to see probably a Sova who's going to throw a dart. Oh, this is ally.
I mean, only their plays like Jet jumping on the fucking ship and smoking himself and Sova darting it really well. But like, how many times in round are you seeing that?
Yeah, you don't see like coordinated jet updraft dash top tube and then with a Sova dart at the same time so that you can't do anything about it. And obviously, like, as soon as you hear them coming B, you're gonna have a Killjoy probably rotate back, and he can help you with the jet from top side. You have so many options with this smoke because they just can't penetrate through instantly. If they go, they're decayed.
Yep.
And even if they really trying to push it, you just Viper Molly here, and then like good luck. You're never getting out of this area.